soon. We coming for you. You sting so bad I smell your doom. We coming for you. We coming for you real soon. You tried to lay us down, turn around. Look, there's no.
Listen, I'ma give you every reason why it's time to let me in the game. It's my season, #1. I know that I'm nice. I don't need your opinion, don't need your advice. You better think twice. I'm about my business, trying to step to me with that lameness. What is this? It's hard enough being female in hip hop. I can hold my own with the dub, so you better stop. You gon' hear that gun go pop pop on the other block when you ran, caught you with the Glock. See, I'm ready. I can't take it no more. You won't let me in the front, so I'm kicking down the back door. I got dreams, I believe to be true, and I ain't trying to impress you to show you what I do. I hold it down for the underground kid. I'm like fire when you know I'm rocking the mic, so put your hands up if you know you feeling hip hop, and always stand up, cause you know you gave it all you got. Sorry haters, we can't be stopped. Yeah, we all about that cheddar. It's time to get
another edition of It's a Movement TV. It's your host, Chiffon111. We just want to let you know this round we're going to talk about motivation and inspiration. We understand that the time is hard and the struggle is a little bit harder. But if you really believe and you keep that faith, you can move mountains. So what you see is not what you get. Remember, God has a plan. And if you need more motivation and inspiration, feel free to turn on Sundays, channel 15 at 10 a.m. You'll see Chief Apostle Diana right there, giving you a little bit of inspiration and motivation to start your day. If you can't make it to the church, remember the church is in you. So always know we're all born with gifts to make it do what it do. What's your niche? What's your gift? Monopolize and do what you do and love what you do. That's what the dream really is. You already know who I am. Chiffon111, It's a Movement TV. And y'all know what I do. I'm making moves, people. So
for you. We coming for you real soon. We coming for you. You sting so bad I smell your doom.
Your life is a testament to the idea that nothing is impossible. That if somebody says no, you say it's just the beginning.
Success is not a straight line. It's crooked, it's down in a valley, it's back up over a mountain. I bet you that you have failed more times than anyone in this room.
Absolutely.
You know, don't wait for the stars to align. Reach up and rearrange them the way you want. Create your own constellation.
I am a human being. There's no difference between my humanness and your humanness. The only thing is, if you're trying to get there, you cannot stop believing in any way. No matter what anybody says, no matter what anybody tells you, you have to know it beyond knowing it.
Are you the best footballer in the world right now? I think so, yes. In my mind, I'm always the best. I don't care what the people are thinking, what they say. In my mind, not just this year, but always, I'm always the best. I'm always going to say that.
Don't allow anyone, friend, family, acquaintance, teachers, whoever it is, don't allow anyone to tell you that what you are dreaming for yourself and your family is not possible. It is possible.
Please feel me, please hear this from my heart. Anything you want is possible. All you can do is plant your seed in the ground, water it, and believe. That is what allowed me to be in this position right now. I would not stop believing.
I would say believe in your direction and do it. Spend less time talking about it and more time trying to perfect it and put it out there.
Position yourself to succeed. So for example, if you're doing something else and you want to do this thing you love, you do it after hours. You work 9 to 6, you get home, you kiss the dog, and you go to town. Right? I mean, you start building your equity and your brand and whatever you're trying to accomplish.
If you don't do it, nothing's possible. If you try to do it, at least you have the hope.
Most people don't even try, sadly. Most people try and then stop or give up. Very few people try and try and try, or do and do and do and do and never give up. And those are the people that ultimately succeed and win.
Third failure in a row. Did you think, I need to pack this in?
Never.
Why not?
I don't ever give up.
If you want this, if you want bling bling, if you want to buy the jets, work. That's how you get it.
I always believe that the bridge between reality and a dream is work.
No idea works unless you have the courage to do the work. Ideation without execution is delusion.
Because you can have the most brilliant idea in the world, but you gotta bet on yourself. You can't think that that one idea and the way that you think it's supposed to happen is the only way that it can happen.
I challenge all of us to say, stop finding reasons to find and make excuses that, we affectionately at Under Armour call loser talk. And I don't know, you've got to just will it and focus on making it happen.
Focus on one thing, one area. Put all of your energy into watering one area. If you spread the water across many, many seeds, you don't have as much water for one seed. So focus on one thing.
What I learned from Steve Jobs is, if you believe enough, then you will see it, because other people will believe in it. Other people will create products. So you need to foster the belief in what you are dreaming so that it becomes a reality.
Yeah, chiffon, street laws, grant money. Let's get it. Tell me now, yo, listen, what is this? This profiling, I'm about to handle hands on my face. It's not just happening down in the hood, it's happening right here in my hood. So what's? Tell me now, yo, listen, what is this? This profiling, I'm about to handle hands on my face. It's not just happening down in the hood, it's happening right here in my hood. So what's good? I'm getting tired of the games. You see what I stand for, and you know that I'm not the same. And it's a shame what I see my kids go through, and I see justice don't always look out for you. Now even if you're an innocent man, they'll try to take your heart apart from the start the best they can. They want you bowing down, saying thank you much, man. But I'ma tell you right now, Chiffon got a better plan. Just take the night for example, pretty clear. Yo, why don't you driving back through here? Yo, is it cause you rolling deep? They got that feel over there, and I think that's sweet, yeah. Now I ain't prejudiced, you wanna know my profile. I'm the leader of the new generation, so I'm going fuck wild. And that's for my kids, you see I don't play. So just move up out my way, dedicated to the 3A. Tell me now, yo, listen, what is this? Racial profiling, I'm about to handle business. It's not just happening down in the hood, it's happening right here in my hood. So what's good? Tell me now, yo, listen, what is this? Racial profiling, I'm about to handle business. It's not just happening down in the hood, it's happening right here in my hood. So what's good?
Entourage it up, so tell me what is this? Racial profile, I'm about to handle business. I'm doing the sweet, something like a tele. Raise the roof, fire like a pilot. No hot girl, hot boy, keep quiet. Don't you, them bullets be flying. Entourage it up, so tell me what is this? Racial profile, about to handle business. I'm doing the sweet, something like a tele. Raise the roof, fire like a pilot. No hot girl, hot boy, keep quiet. Don't you, them bullets be flying. Entourage it up, so tell me what is this? Racial profile, about to handle business. I'm doing the sweet, something like a tele. Raise the roof, fire like a pilot. No hot girl, hot boy, keep quiet. Don't you, them bullets be flying.
Tell me now, yo, listen, what is this? Racial profiling, I'm about to handle business. It's not just happening down in the hood, it's happening right here in my hood. So what's good? Tell me now, yo, listen, what is this? Racial profiling, I'm about to handle business. It's not just happening down in the hood, it's happening right here in my hood. So what's good? Racial profiling, now you buck wildin'. I can't take no more, I told you this before. If I had one wish, grant money on the beat. But why you gotta be a brother dead in the street? Yeah, just because he tried to show his style is unique, only to get shut down by the words that he speak. Why you be hating, you discriminating, decrease the population with your ways of segregation. We stand strong for what we believe, so why you mad? Cause you know anything we achieve. Can't walk through but disrespect me, and you know what the deal. See, don't make me get that in a beast. Get it, man? Here's the plan. Understand, no justice, no peace. Tell me now, yo, listen, what is this? What is this? Profiling, I'm about to handle my business. It's not just happening down in the hood, it's happening right here in my hood. So what's? Tell me now, yo, listen, what is this? What is this? Profiling, I'm about to handle my business. It's not just happening down in the hood, it's happening right here in my hood. So what's?
Welcome to another edition of It's a Movement TV. It's your host, Chiffon111. Like I said before, we show love to our community. We show love to people supporting one another, and we want to show love to you guys on IG right now. I just want to take a moment and shout out HR People Value. Behind the scenes, they help me and my team keep it going, keep my business growing. Chiffon Hair Technique, shout out to my VIP clients for 30 plus years and counting. VIP only, guys, sorry. Otherwise, I'm retired and I'm doing music. Shout out to my team behind the scenes on It's a Movement TV.
Hey everybody, what's going on? It's your man Corey. Welcome to the Digital Dash, where I be giving you guys tips on how to market your songs and get those numbers booming. Now, if you're new to the channel and you don't know who I am, I'm a digital marketer. I specialize in helping artists like yourself get their songs heard through platforms like Spotify, like Instagram, like YouTube, and a bunch of others. Now, what I want to talk to you guys about today is 5 music marketing predictions that I have for 2019. Now, this video was pretty much inspired by this article that I read on this blog called Later, where they went and got a bunch of Instagram experts to give their opinions on how they thought the platform would move forward in 2019 and how other people could stand to benefit from Instagram. Now, as I was reading it, I started to think, got a couple of predictions myself, so why not share it with you guys, see what you all think, see if you have any of your own, and we can take it from there. Now, before we get into all of that, follow me on Instagram. I'll make sure to put my @name somewhere on the screen. Come talk to me, come engage with me, come give me some video ideas, all of that. Now, with that being said, let's get right into it. Now, prediction number 1, IGTV will become a force. Now, I know what you're thinking. When it was released last year, it was a little bit lackluster. We weren't really feeling such a heavy impact from IGT hitting the scene, but come on guys, we know how Facebook is. Facebook never steps out of the battle without putting up a really strong fight. If you remember when Instagram first debuted their stories, everybody was kind of trashing that, and now look at you. I bet you're using them every single day. Now, the reason that I say that IGTV will become a force is because Facebook is seriously looking to compete with YouTube, and that's pretty much their property, their way to do so. Now, I do see going forward that Instagram will start thinking of ways to make IGTV a little bit more searchable, make it a little bit more interactive, and make it a place where you guys will seriously want to put your long-form content. So if you want to get a step ahead of the game, get a step ahead of the curve, and other people who are going to start flocking to it, I would definitely start thinking the creative ways that you can start to put your content out on your IGTV, start using it and start building it up right now. Prediction number 2, there will be a lot stronger of a focus on content marketing over the marketing of the actual music. Now, what do I mean by this? As platforms like Instagram and YouTube start to gain more influence, I think that we'll start to see fans care less about the music and more about the content that the artist is putting out. Basically boiling down to, are you entertaining them? Are you keeping them happy? So if in 2018 you didn't sit down and start to think of a strong content schedule and a strong content plan, then you're going to get left behind. I mean, think about all the YouTube stars who became rap stars seemingly overnight. It was all because of their content. And like I said, as these platforms gain more affluence, the content is only going to be more stronger in a marketing plan overall. So I would suggest that you guys start to get on that. Prediction number 3, we'll start to see an increase in paid advertising spending from music artists. Now, I know I can see you guys rolling your eyes right now. I don't know what it is about paid advertising that artists don't like. I get it. It's not the sexiest way to promote yourself, but it is effective. And in 2018, we've seen artists like Lil Wayne and Denzel Curry and even Drake starting to use paid advertising on platforms like Facebook and Instagram, and I think it's only going to get stronger moving forward from 2019 and up. The reason I say this is because it is an effective way. I'm always preaching about how, as far as a bang for your buck kind of thing, you can't really get better than ad spending. But I think what's going to come along is some savvy unknown artist is going to figure out some piece of content that he's going to run like a $50 add-on or a $100 add-on or something like that, and it's going to blow him up and change the ad game for music artists moving forward. Now, If you haven't started to get into the paid advertising world, I strongly suggest that you do so, because it's only going to get more expensive as time goes on, so you definitely want to dig your feet into it right now. Prediction number 4, there will be an increase in marketing on more untraditional platforms. Now, when I think of traditional platforms, I think of Twitter, I think of YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud. But have you ever thought about running a campaign on Deezer? Have you ever thought about running a campaign on Pandora? Have you ever thought about reaching out to Musical.ly or Triller or Twitch influencers? I think that moving forward from 2019 and up, we'll start to see artists flock to more untraditional platforms, because it'll be a lot easier to stand out, because there aren't so many people trying to get attention on there. You know, everybody's on Instagram, everybody's on Facebook, but not everyone is figuring out creative ways to utilize these other media platforms that are out there. In 2018, we saw Drake and Travis Scott link up with Ninja for an epic Twitch campaign, and I think that type of attention and effort will start to trickle down to you guys, the smaller artists who are trying to figure out how to blow up on these platforms. It'll be a little bit more organic, since most of you are using these platforms for your own personal uses anyway. It's just a matter of reverse engineering them and figuring out how you can utilize them to push your content and your music out. So if you're only on these platforms that I named earlier, I would definitely look into figuring out some type of other platform, these new ones that are coming up, and how you can use them with your marketing efforts. And prediction number 5, we will see a rise in influencer marketing. Now, unless you've been under a rock for the past year, 2 years, 3 years, then I'm pretty sure that you've noticed that influencer marketing has been the wave. Like, it's been one of the main marketing tools used by people in music, outside of music, and just anybody who's looking to sell or promote something. But I think that moving forward from 2019 and up, we'll start to see more of an increase in micro-influencer marketing, partly because they're a lot cheaper. Like, you can get some micro-influencers who are willing to post you or promote you for $10, $20, $50. And the other reason being that their followers just tend to believe what they're posting a lot more, right? Like, when you see a mega influencer post something, you pretty much assume that they got paid for it, right? Like, somebody with 1 million or 2 million followers isn't posting something unless they're getting paid for it. But when the fans see somebody with 10,000 followers post something, or 20,000 followers post something, they don't automatically assume that they got paid for it. They think that it's like their best friend recommending something to them. So it's a little bit more natural. It's a little bit more organic. So I do think that moving forward, the artist who figures out how to use these micro-influencers, who figures out how to build a strong team with them, will have a better chance of succeeding moving forward, because they'll be able to build a base level from the ground up. So there we have it, guys. Those are my 5 music marketing predictions for 2019 and moving forward. Now, I'd love to hear what you guys think. I'd love to see if you have any predictions of your own, and I'll make sure to link you guys to the article that inspired this video in the description below. I'll also leave some links to some old videos about micro-influencers and IGTV, just to get you started in that direction. Now, as always, guys, if you feel like you learned anything today, please like and share this video. Hit those post notifications as well, as I wouldn't want you guys to miss anything. Once again, my name is Corey, and I'll see y'all next time.
Decide, commit, act, succeed, repeat.
If you want to be an impactful personality, you have to develop certain types of thinking and perceptions that change the way you see yourself and see the world.
No matter what you want to do in life, no matter what your ambition is, that your dreams can come true if you persevere, if you work hard, and if you realize that what you might think is impossible is possible in today's world.
Well, you have to keep yourself focused on whatever your ultimate goal is. There's stumbling blocks all the way. People get laid off, you have a bad game, you get traded from a team that you don't want to be with. But if your goal and your focus remains the same, that, hey, this is going to happen, and I know I have the skills and I have the knowledge and I have the instincts to dig myself out of this hole, you will dig yourself out of the hole. You have to control the situation. Don't let the situation control you.
Your life is what you think it should be. That's exactly what you are right now. You are what you thought you should be. And if you don't like who you are, you got to change what you think you should be. What you think is more important than what you do. And so if you want to change, you got to work on this attitude bit.
When you take on a massive change, whether it's trying to diet after a lifetime of being overweight, or maybe running your first race after a lifetime of never ever exercising, or maybe it's starting to date again after you lost your spouse to cancer? When you confront something that's going to require you to change your behavior, you basically come face to face with the gap between who you are right now and the future person you want to be.
So you need to foster the belief in what you are dreaming so that it becomes a reality, which is very different than saying, I don't expect anybody to believe it until I see it. You need people to believe it before they can see it.
Here is how you can assure yourself to enjoy yourself during the process of whatever it is you're trying to achieve. I want you to get this, because it starts as soon as you open up your eyes in the morning, or whenever it is that you start the day. As soon as you open up your eyes to greet the day, you enter into consciousness. It is at that moment that your creativity is at its most powerful. Right there and then, you have an opportunity to steer your thoughts and your emotions in the direction that you want them to go, not in the direction that they're telling you to go. In other words, you can literally choose to seize the day, or you can let the day seize you.
Nothing works the first time. When you try something new, it probably won't work.
Every failed experiment is one step closer to success. You've got to take risks. If you don't fail, you're not even trying. To get something you never had, you have to do something you never did.
Every time you lose at something, you're one step closer to winning the next time. The difference between successful people and not successful people, let's call it that way, are people give up. People wake up every morning, they have doubt, they have fear, they lose in a Ferrari race or they lose in a race, and then they just give up. The hardest thing in life to learn is to lose. Winning's easy. You win, you're happy, you get a high five, your friends are happy. It's your ability to take a loss, get up the next day, dust yourself off, and keep going.
This isn't about playing basketball like Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Dwayne Wade. There's guys in the NBA that never gonna play basketball like them. This is about being able to think like a champion, know what goes on in their heads, understand how you can relate it to your business and whatever you do to take yourself to the next level. Remember, the mind controls the body does not control the mind. What makes these guys special and successful in everything they do is not their physical gifts, it's their mental toughness. They have the ability not to think when everyone else is thinking.
So what I want you to do, as soon as you open up your eyes to start the day, is to immediately start focusing on something or someone that you are totally grateful for in your life. I don't care what it is or who it is, but I want you to feel it with your heart and soul. Your only goal as soon as you open up your eyes should be to make yourself feel good and to give yourself enough confidence to get through the day. Don't worry about what needs to be done. Think about who you have to be in order to get it done.
I believe the emotions that many of us consider negative, like frustration and rejection and pain, can be our greatest friends because they can drive us to success. You know what? I think one of the things that happens for a lot of people when they get successful is they get superstitious. It's like they work so hard for the success and they now finally have it, so all of a sudden they don't change, they don't vary their behavior, they kind of like want to stay the way things are. They get incredibly conservative and they miss out on the juice of life. Stay out of the trap. Listen, when people succeed, they tend to party. When they fail, they tend to ponder. Now, the pondering, many times we create our greatest successes in life. Just remember, it's impossible to fail. If you try something and it doesn't work, just try something else and learn something from what you just did. As long as you learn something, you've succeeded. Start with something small if you want, and then build. But right now, write down 2 decisions you've made, and then take action on them immediately. I mean, right now. I mean, even before I finish talking here, stop the tape, pick up the phone, and make that call you've been waiting for. Do not put it off another minute. I don't care what it takes. There's power in momentum. I'm a big believer that once you set a goal, once you make a decision, you should immediately, in that moment, do something to start making progress towards it. That way you can't cop out later on or get caught up or lose your momentum. So please do it now. And I know not all things can be done right now, so maybe it's something you have to do tomorrow morning. But whatever you're going to do, make the decision and then commit to follow through and then check in tomorrow. because this is the first step to grabbing your personal power.
Remember this. So you got to get out there. You got to give it everything you got, whether it's your time, your talent, your prayers, or your treasures.
We coming for you real soon. We coming for you. You stink so bad I smell your doom. We coming for you. We coming for you real soon. You tried to lay us down, turn around.
Another edition of It's a Movement TV. This segment is going to talk about the YouTube videos of the hot independent artists that we personally are supporting with It's a Movement TV. First and foremost, we want to do a special shout out to the FMBMC fam. That is Steve Face Riley. We holding you down in New York. Just know your girl Chiffon111 got your back. And I just want to send y'all to a couple of videos on YouTube that I really think y'all gonna like. And I think I speak truth because this video is the truth. For the record, this is Michi Murdoch, and he got a video called Truth. Check it out. Leave a comment. Let him know what you think about the music. Also, he has Dirty Black. That's the Cleaner Than a Preacher. Those are some hot videos, and I got to give it to you. So, Steve Face Riley, keep doing your thing with your people out there holding it down in MD. NYC got your back. And we also want to give a special shout out on the YouTube video. Check out Big Mont, B-I-G-M-O-N-T. He repping Peekskill, New York. And when I say this young man is so talented, he threw a free concert on Main Street at the Dramatic Hall. He had it packed. He gave back to the community, and y'all know It's a Movement TV was there. I'm going to look for that footage, and I'm going to put that up on the next episode or so y'all can see what I'm talking about. But I do want y'all to support people that I truly feel are on their grind, not for their selfish gain, but because they know that when they take off to another level, they're going to come back and get their peoples. So shout out to you for holding your thing down. Shout out to Gus for holding his thing down, always being supportive behind the scenes, holding his family down, and his people in the street. We salute y'all. It's a Movement TV. Yo, let's make moves, people.
The truth, man. How many of y'all willing to tell it? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to show y'all, man. Just close your eyes and rock with me for a minute. Feel me? It's murder. My granny be too optimistic cause she pray a lot. I like the Kroger brand. I'm tired of shopping that Save a Lot. Late night hitting fences trying to escape the cops. Cause one of these old hating ass niggas had them come rate the spot. Can't even eat no more cause niggas that made it high for dinner tonight. It's gonna be Fago Cola and Flamin' High Extendo Louis Bell. Cause they don't make them for a chunky boys. Family come from Alabama. But I ain't no country boy. Don't mean to sound materialistic, but I want a phantom. And I'm spoiled, so if they tell me no, I'm gonna throw a tantrum. In 6 weeks I'll probably smoke 43 bowls. Pinky ring with a diamond the size of Morgan Freeman's nose. I'm cut from a different cloth, feel like this just to piss them off. And your head ain't gonna be so pretty no more after I rip it off. At night I toss and I turn from stress, and I ain't gonna lie, wouldn't even let me use your oven, but want a piece of the pie. DNA don't make us family, that make us related. Cause family would never try to holler at your old lady. Family would never snitch and send the cops to your house. Speak on mine in front of me, you gon' get bust in your mouth. I had to cut that boy loose cause we ain't vibing right now. This shit so deep, I'm like a fucking scuba diver right now. These niggas babies, all I hear is Goo Goo Gaga right now. You gotta go get yours, I'm riding with my chopper right now. I know they watching us, I feel they watching us. When I was locked up, the officer serving the food had a tattoo of a swastika. I couldn't eat for weeks, I'm hungry, so I eat these beats. She on me like a freaking leash, big homie, yeah, it's Michi Meech. The block is my court and I'm on it trying to get a win. And the plug ain't shit if he ain't got an outlet to stick it in. I'm a megalodon in the fishbowl. Oh, you pissed off, better to be pissed off than pissed on.
for you. We coming for you real soon. You tried to lay us down, turn around, look. YouTube video, check out Big Mont, B-I-G-M-O-N-T. He repping Peekskill, New York. And when I say this young man is so talented, he threw a free concert on Main Street at the Dramatic Hall. He had it packed. He gave back to the community, and y'all know It's a Movement TV was there. I'm going to look for that footage, and I'm going to put that up on the next episode or so y'all can see what I'm talking about. But I do want y'all to support people that I truly feel are on their grind, not for their selfish gain, but because they know that when they take off to another level, they're going to come back and get their peoples. So shout out to you for holding your thing down. Shout out to Gus for holding his thing down, always being supportive behind the scenes, holding his family down, and his people in the street. We salute y'all. It's a Movement TV. Yo, let's make moves, people.
Last night I had a dream that you was out here trying to find me. Remember phone calls, you used to always say you sorry. I ain't tripping now, I mean I put that shit behind me. Would say I understand, but I really can't much. Cause the day I have my children, I'm gon' man up. Oh, that's for daddy if he's still alive. At least I got to meet you, mama. Look you in your eyes, I ain't finna cry. Your sister, oh we alright girl, we just getting by. We come from different perspectives, but never different sides. She's never said she's proud of me, and I've accomplished some things. And I'm the only one she raised that really followed his dreams. Guess she just want me to take my leap of faith. Maybe find my own place and get the fuck up out of face. But look, whether or not you think I'll make it out the hood, promise me, always know your son is good. Hey, I'm good, mama. Tommy about to have his own baby. My nigga Tuesday about to have his own baby. I hope they do what they should. I mean, if they the men I think they are, they children is good. I'm from Bowman Towers, I do this for children in hoods. To let them know they not alone and they can go wherever their mind takes them. Whether black and white skin, and if you've never had shit, mama broke, forced a home, or even grandma raised them. Cause see, I know what it's like, meeting your mother at a clinic. Shit, it's not a good sight. I was like 7 years old when I had a clue who she was. This is your mother, she loved you, she was just doing these drugs. How you explain that to a child so innocent, so oblivious? Show him something so insidious, I'm so serious. But whether or not you think I'll make it out the hood, promise me, always know your son is good. Hey, I'm good, mama.
This thing called life, some people call it a marathon. I say it's a process.
Life doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. Sometimes I think that's the only thing that's important, really, you know? It's just letting each other know we're here. Reminding each other that we're part of a larger self. Fear is going to be a player in your life, but you get to decide how much. You can spend your whole life imagining ghosts, worrying about the pathway to the future, but all there will ever be is what's happening here. And the decisions we make in this moment, which are based in either love or fear. So many of us choose our path out of fear disguised as practicality. What we really want seems impossibly out of reach and ridiculous to expect, so we never dare to ask the universe for it. I'm saying, I'm the proof that you can ask the universe for it.
Effort makes the difference. Are you hearing what I'm saying? And I told you before, the thing I love about effort, there are other things, skills, right? You may have to go get a degree for that. There's some skills you gotta go get a degree. It can take you 4 years, 8 years, 12 years. Some skills, it's like professional development. You gotta pay money, right? You gotta get a mentor, right? You have to absorb some of your time, consume some of your time, right?
My father could have been a great comedian, but he didn't believe that that was possible for him. And so he made a conservative choice. Instead, he got a safe job as an accountant. And when I was 12 years old, he was let go from that safe job. And our family had to do whatever we could to survive. I learned many great lessons from my father, not the least of which was that you can fail at what you don't want.
When we talk about effort, it's internal. Are you hearing me? When we talk about effort, guys, it's an easy fix. That's something that you can do.
One of the best ways to go through life is to have a spirit of optimism and to be open to the possibilities. And I really rely greatly on St. Francis. Lord, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. The courage to change the things that I can, which is me, and the wisdom to know the difference. And when you approach life in that spirit of humility, it gives you power, creativity, and gratitude to make the journey.
How will you serve the world? What do they need that your talent can provide? That's all you have to figure out. As someone who's done what you're about to go and do, I can tell you from experience, the effect you have on others is the most valuable currency there is. Dream up a good life.
So if you do 21-day commitment and you stop at 10, we're starting all over again. Starting all over again, guys. We're starting all over again.
You'll come up with your own style. That's part of the fun. Why not take a chance on faith?
We're gonna start all over again. You made a commitment in terms of your diet. You made a commitment in terms of exercising. You made a commitment in terms of going back to school. You made a commitment about your marriage. You made a commitment as a father or as a mother. You made a commitment as a student or a child.
Not hope, but faith. I don't believe in hope. Hope is a beggar. Hope walks through the fire and faith leaps over it.
You made a commitment that 21 days straight, I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z, and you only made it to 19. You are going to start all over again.
You are ready and able to do beautiful things in this world. And after you walk through those doors today, you will only ever have two choices: love or fear.
You're gonna start all over again at 21. Now, it might take you 4 tries.
choose love, and don't ever let fear turn you against your playful heart.
After you get to 21, we're going to 30 days after that. Then after the 30, we're going to 60. Then after the 60, we're going to 90. And if you can get it, if you can do a thing for 3 straight months, if you can learn to discipline yourself, follow through on the process, don't rush the process.
As far as I can tell, it's just about letting the universe know what you want and working toward it while letting go of how it comes to pass. Is not to figure out how it's going to happen for you, but to open the door in your head. And when the door opens in real life, just walk through it. Always doors opening. They keep opening.
Yeah, feel me. Some of y'all trying to rush the 21 days. It takes 21 years to be 21 years old. Don't rush the process. Trust the process. So if you can do it for 30, 60, 90 straight days, then yeah, we can go to 365. Love yourself enough to be honest with yourself. Like for real, don't lie to yourself. In those 21 days, you're going to discover you. You're going to discover some strengths. You're going to discover some undeveloped strengths. I don't like to use negative terms. Some things that you need to work on. Look, love yourself enough to be honest with yourself. Love yourself enough to get past all that stuff so you can finally get to your success. Love yourself enough to get over whatever you need to get over so you can live your dream. Love yourself enough to get beyond that addiction, to get beyond that thing that you struggle with, to get beyond that pain, to get beyond that fear, to get beyond all that stuff. Love yourself enough to be honest with yourself.
We coming for you. We coming for you real soon. We coming for you. You stink so bad I smell your doom. We coming for you. We coming for you real soon. You tried to lay us down, turn around, look.
What's good? Y'all already know it's Chiffon111. Today's special business shout out goes to Antonio Ferraro Electric LLC, located at High Ridge Court in Peekskill, New York. Their number is 914-589-7951. I just want you to hit them up every now and then and let them know Chiffon sent you. If you ever need any help with any electrical problems, they're there for you to help, and they are always on call. I want to thank you guys for coming to my aid today. When I saw that flickering in my electricity, I knew it wasn't a good sign, but when you guys came, you came quick. You were half an hour early, and you got the job done in the quickness. You were efficient, you were professional. So I have a special shout out to Antonio and his workers, Pedro and Michael. Y'all came through for me today. Chiffon111 for ITSAMOVEMENTTV salutes you. And thank you for putting my lights back on. Now I get to work and keep it moving for you. Y'all know who I am. Chiffon111 ITSAMOVEMENTTV. Let there be light. What's good? It's your host again, Chiffon111. Welcome back to ITSAMOVEMENTTV. I just want to introduce my next people that's holding me down in Brooklyn, New York. This is what networking is really about. They saw me perform live at Crane Theater. Shout out to the owner at Crane on 85th East 4th Street. And they did their thing also because they performed. I don't know if y'all heard of Rock Boys, but Rock Boys got it going on with their management, DR Period. We salute your team. We salute all you guys that we interviewed. We had KC Photography and Videography in the building that day. That happened to be Kiara Holmes running the camera that day. And boy, did we get a lot of interviews. We got so much footage, it was ridiculous. But I fell in love with one of them in particular. Shout out to my homeboy, Fly Ty. Not only did he start showing me motivation and inspiration, yeah, he began to hit me up, talk to me, and continue to inspire me to do what I do.
Crime wars can't broke it down. Brushing off the rubber, no troubles, what they hoping now. Want the sun to shine, high rain, so I broke the cloud. Bring it right over clowns, hoping that they soak and drown. Flowing on their backs, holding blue when they pop up. Me and Pop the man that asks you gon' pop what? Laugh how I look, entertaining strangers. Engaging in disputes, threats, and lovely exchanges. Real niggas don't talk, I was taught the game is better to be sold than told. Don't try to change this, I'm setting my ways. Unwind my internal clock. Came from the days when Prospect Hughes were the murder blocks. I survived it all, made it, I don't need to find out it's not any better over here in the rock. Goddamn, gotta stay locked and loaded and just stick to the guidelines and never take a silly look like from the sidelines. I told you I was going to Brooklyn. No, I can't say Brooklyn, but I call it my motherfucker. Fly top, hot boy cheese. Let's go. Murder, my murder. Desert evil like Beanie Siegel. Stay propped to this evil. Prepare to the Lord, your feet's in the devil section. This is stick a blessing, bust your motherfucking weapon. Black glove, got a mag, black hoodie, stop the cap. Same shooter, different block, same nigga, can't shot. Carrying a hammer is essential to the mental. Cause the drama you get into, this man is bullshit with injury. Here it is, that's muscle, here it is. You earthquake, round here. Mind your business, do the same. Hurt your brain, hurt your pain. On your body, truck the crosswalk, brain to the left lane. Bullet holes and scars, bad bitches and cars. All for it, get you fucked and have you clutching the bars. Brooklyn to the rock, return to P and Pop. We don't rock, boy, G's, and we bang in the spot.
The darkened walls I scale and fly and high. I see your
We coming for you real soon. We coming for you. You stink so bad I smell your doom. We coming for you. We coming for you real soon. You tried to lay us down, turn around. Look, there's no